Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. It is Christian here and you're tuned in for more of my 2 cents. If you are new to the channel, then welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am excited to have you here. Hopefully you will enjoy the topic of discussion and you will click around, stay, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and become a part of our 2 cent community, okay? Because your 2 cents matters over here. And I think that, that now that we've hit our 1K subscriber mark, baby, we got enough. We got more than 2 cents over here, and I'm excited about that. But if you are a returning 2 center, then welcome back. Thank you so much for joining and coming back again. I know you guys will enjoy this topic today because it is indeed going to be a nice little, a little something to jump into real quick. We're going to have a familiar face on the screen here very soon. Y'all may know her as the third wheel of Destiny's Child, but today she is delivering a message that I think somebody needs to hear. And we're going to get into that. But before we do, 3 points that matter most before we start any discussion. Number one, you're not alone. Number two, you're not crazy. Number three, God, your creator, still loves you, and I do too. Now, I have been talking about some personal development like kind of topics, and you know I have to just tell you that I'm so in the vein right now for personal development because I think the way social media and everything is set up, everything that we're constantly taking in of other people's lives and other people's opinions, and then the influence that is really the emphasis that is placed on influencership right now in our society is maddening. It's maddening and it's sickening, to be honest with you. So much so that I find myself going against the grain of actually flowing in the vein of social media existence because I'm just like, ugh, I want my own freedom and I want my own autonomy and I want my own independence and my individuality. And this is trying to infringe upon it. So you find yourself detaching. But when you come back, sometimes I find things that are of value. And this video that I'm going to play and expound upon today's topic was one of those things. I've been taking a break from my personal social media and things like that. And when I got back on, I saw this video come up in my timeline from Michelle Williams. And it was very, very insightful. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have been practicing this for years. And I'm going to play the video. And then when I come back, I am going to give my 2 cents. And yeah, y'all already know it's going to be worth it. So let's watch this and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
You know the saying when people in your family say, you changed, right? Yeah. Well, just say, I've changed, you haven't, and that's where the problem is. It's with you and now with me. Yeah. Now the boundary is, how do you know you've honored your boundary? Is when you literally do what you said you were going to do. You don't go back and forth with the person. Right. Does anybody know what okay means? I've mastered the ministry of okay.
Right.
Okay.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
You leave. That's how you know you are honoring your boundaries. That's
yes.
it.
Okay, so that clip there is this entire video in a nutshell, right? Mastering the ministry of okay. Oh my goodness, some messages are so simple. And this is the funny thing. I think like if more messages were just given from a life on life perspective of helping people be able to live freely without having to over explain or over, promise and under deliver, live up to certain people's standards, or, break down certain people's barriers or perceptions of them, people will live a much freer, happier life. But I think that a lot of us have been given the struggle. We've been given the performative, measures. We've been given these high bars and high standards and statuses to kind of live up to, that makes it very difficult to actually want to do life with people because you have to pretty much become someone else to exist in other people's space. And when you master okay, like Damon John from Shark Tank has a book called The Power of Broke. And then you have people, I've heard the saying, the power of no, the power of yes. There is power, okay? Shout out to Tasha Cobbs. There is power in the word okay. Hit them with an okay, all right? Don't say too much. It's the okay for me that will break every chain, okay? Every single time. This is something that I think the more comfortable you get with your own voice and separating yourself from other people's ideologies and indoctrination and other people's beliefs, you start becoming okay, like Michelle said, by setting boundaries and doing what you said you would do, which is removing yourself from the need to overpresent in order for people to believe you or to receive you or accept you or to approve you. Just be okay. Just be completely okay with whatever it is they've said or that you know you're going to do. And it's funny because I didn't even think about, or I don't think about the fact that I practice this and have been for years. But my sister, I'm the youngest of four, my sister was telling me a couple of years ago, she was like, see, y'all don't know what we were having dinner as a family. And she was like, see, y'all don't know when Christian hit y'all with that high pitch, okay. That means she ain't finna do nothing you said, or she is just pretty much patronizing you, like, okay. Like, I will let people talk to me and they can be pouring their hearts out or giving all of this advice or suggestions or saying things. And it's like, okay, I'm not breaking nothing down. I'm not over explaining. I'm not over promising. I'm not trying to convince. I'm not trying to tear down or break down ideas or perceptions. Okay, whatever you're talking about, okay. Wherever you say you want to go or what you say you want to do, even though I don't believe that you will or you do want to do those things, okay. Because if you believe it, that's all that matters. Why do I have to get on board to placate you? I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in that. My boundary now is the protection of thou peace. And if you got to hit them with an okay in order to keep your peace intact, implement the okay immediately. Immediately. Because people who hear the word, they will often take that as your approval or your support of whatever they're saying. But all it simply means is, baby, I do not want you to feel like I'm giving you more than what I have energy wise. So you're getting this okay today. Don't mean I'm going to do it. Don't mean I'm with you. Don't mean you're going to get more from me than what I just said right here. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay, cool. If you want to throw an extra word in there, but move accordingly. So when people don't do what they say they're going to do, it's okay. Not a problem. When things don't go the way you expected them to go, okay. Figure it out, pivot, right? Go back to the drawing board, maneuver in a different way, put that on pause, and go back to what you can fix, what you can change, what you can shift, what you are in control of at the moment. Being in an okay place is not a bad place to be. Being okay is not complacency. It's peace. Being okay with whatever it is. Whatever it is. If it's not harming you, if it's not taking you out of your immediate any kind of safety, any kind of happiness or joy, solace, if it's not taking you out of that stage of life, be okay with it. When you realize that you no longer have anything to prove, okay. When people are saying things or trying to get you to jump on bandwagons or give responses to things that they're saying or complaints that they're making or situations that they're dealing with, definitely be supportive. But when you realize that people want you to become performative in order for them to feel comfortable in your presence, hit them with an okay. I have nothing to prove. Okay. That's where you saw that at? Cool. That's where you heard about that from. Okay. Even though you may know something different, don't argue with folks. Don't try to prove them wrong just so you can appear right. You know what you know. Let that be enough. Operate in your boundary of protecting your peace at all times. When people say you've changed, like how she said in the video, okay. Because at the end of the day, that's what life is about. That's actually evolution. You should be doing that. You should be evolving. You should be growing. You should be changing. The only constant in life is change. The only constant thing in life is change. Change. You may change your direction of where you drive. You may change your route. You may change your job. Obviously, you change your clothes. I hope you're changing your underwear, right? You may change your shoes. You may change your hair color. You may change your glasses. You may change your dentist. You may change your general physician. You may change your favorite restaurant. You may change the channel, right? You may change the radio station. You may change phone providers. You may change cable providers, internet providers. The only thing in life that is constant is change. So when people say that you changed, okay, you can either expound on what those changes are if you feel like you want to. But if they're saying it in a way that's negative, that puts you on the spot, or that's an attempt to make you feel bad, be okay with that change, because what that truly means sometimes for some people, it means that the person saying it has not. So of course they're able to notice a change in you, or it can be that that person hasn't changed in the way that you have, and your change is for the better. And they're just acknowledging it, which that's not bad. I've had that happen several times where I tell a person, "Oh my goodness, you've changed so much. Like, you used to be so different. You're more outspoken now. You're just so much more vibrant. You seem more confident." That to me, I go in giving those kind of compliments. Like, your direction, your thought process, how you execute, you totally changed that. That's how I come with saying a person has changed, not negatively, not saying things like, "Girl, you done changed." "Oh boy, you ain't nothing like you used to be. You done changed it up. You just switch it up, ain't you?" Like, that normally gives that connotation that it's a change that you no longer can align with, or you no longer can be around, because it's not where you knew them to be, or how you knew them to be, or how you're used to engaging with them on a certain level. Change is not bad. Oh, it's not bad. But when people notice it, and if they don't like it, you should be okay with it. Go ahead and find you some people who are actually like you, can relate to you, align with you, or accept you for the changes that you've made. See, the funny thing about elevation and evolution in life, when you outgrow certain environments, circles, situations, circumstances, or whatever, the people that you've been around will notice the change. But the new people that you meet, that will be the only version of you that they know. That's what I love about change. When we left Mississippi, moving to Texas, we were literally able to become pretty much new people, because nobody here knew us. So we weren't acting different. We weren't acting Hollywood or whatever anybody, may want to call it. I know that's just a term people use often. I've never been called that, but people, can't say anything. They can't say, "Oh, you acting funny. You acting strange. You didn't change it up. You think you this, you think you that." New people ain't gonna feel that about you, because they don't know another version of you. But see, the people who are comfortable with you, the familiarity, right? The familiarity that makes them feel like, "Oh, you ain't this, you ain't that. Oh, it ain't that deep, it ain't that big. They ain't doing that much." They don't want the change, because that right there, it makes, sometimes it can make the playing feel unleveled for them, where they can't come to you with certain things or be in certain space with you because of probably the difference in who you are, what you do, how you talk, how you act, what you choose to entertain and engage in. That may no longer be a comfortable space, and that's the growth. Okay is a nice place to stay. It's a nice place to be, because your peace is intact. So when you know without a doubt that you're going to do what's best for you, despite what anybody else thinks or suggests, just know that you are okay. You've mastered the ministry of okay. Like Michelle said, when you know without a shadow of a doubt that you're going to do what's best for you, no matter what other people say or suggest, that's when you can confidently say, "Okay," and nothing else. No further explanation needed, no further validation needed, no other confirmation needed. You are in a place of okay. That's not limbo. That's not gray. That's real white and black. It's a fact. I am okay. I'm good. Like if somebody asks you if you're hungry, but you're not, I'm good. Thank you. You ain't got to go in details of what you ate, where you got it from, and why you're not hungry. Oh, no, I don't eat this, I don't do that. Okay, I'm okay. Thank you. That's enough. I think that sometimes a lot of us as adults, we rely on tactics from our childhood that usually safeguarded us, which was explaining or giving reasons or excuses for why we didn't like something or didn't do this or didn't do that, because the way that most of us were raised, it would be considered rude to turn things down or to not explain or not give a reason why you can't go or you can't do this or you can't be there, you're not wearing or eating this or whatever. Now, as adults, I personally feel like less information is best. It's best. Like I've learned that just in business, and now I'm able to exercise it in life. If somebody asks me a question, depending on who it is and what the situation is, I give as little information as possible so that there is a certain level of expectation set. The more you talk and give to people, the more access and information and insight into your thought process, who you are, your energy, all of that, you're breaking down the wall, the guard that allows you to discern and protect yourself from certain people that don't want you to be in a place of okay, so they can rattle and disturb the peace. Don't let that happen. So stop explaining. Stop trying to break it down. Stop trying to make people feel comfortable. You remain confident and master the ministry of okay. All right. That was a good one. I don't often hear or see anything from Michelle actually on my timeline. I don't, I honestly be shocked when I see some of these people speaking that stuff and I see clips because I'm like, oh, they still be out here, huh? I'm just assuming people at home like chilling, shopping, eating with their family, whatever. I don't be thinking about the roster of the booked and busy of people's, life. But then it's like clips like this where I'm like, that's good. That's real good. It's simple and it's sweet to the point. I wish some of these pastors' messages would be like this. Give y'all people what they need to succeed during the week out here in these streets. Because life is not all just about scripture. Some people need practical application points, practical life lessons on how to build confidence and how to have boundaries, exercise them, and stick to their word. Confidence is key, and being okay is a nice place to be. All right. So if you've enjoyed this video, let me know. I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I love to add you to my 2 cents crew. Let's keep the conversation going and let me know. Have you mastered the ministry of okay, or is that something that you still need a little more Jesus or help with? Either way, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Take care. Bye.